Late at night, she jolts awake from a light sleep, unsettled by a faint, unfamiliar sound echoing through the house. Heart-thudding, she slowly gets up and cracks her bedroom door open just enough to peek through the narrow gap. In the dim corridor, she sees the silhouette of a small girl wandering silently, her steps slow and eerie, as if drifting rather than walking. Before she can react, a doll suddenly flies into her room, hurled by an unseen force, skidding across the floor and disappearing under her bed. Uneasy but curious, she kneels down and reaches beneath it. The moment her fingers brush the doll, something yanks it deeper into the darkness. The space under her bed suddenly feels impossibly deep, as if it stretches into another world. She leans in to look closer, and two pale hands shoot out of the darkness, grabbing for her. Terrified, she jumps back. Then, crawling out from under the bed, the same little girl she saw in the hallway emerges, her face twisted into a horrifying expression. The child rushes toward her, gripping her throat with supernatural strength while gasping her name in a distorted whisper. In-young. She struggles, unable to breathe until suddenly she wakes up again. This time it's morning. Light fills her room, but fear still clings to her like cold air. She touches her neck and feels the pain. Her younger stepsister sits beside her, worried, asking what happened. That's when she notices the red marks on her neck, shaped exactly like fingers. Her sister asks if she had choked herself in her sleep. She looks at her hands. Her fingertips are stained with the reddish imprint of her own skin. With confusion and fear, she softly replies, "Yes, I guess I did." Trying to calm herself, she sits at her laptop and opens old photos of her real sister, the one who died. As she scrolls through the memories, a notification pops up. A friend requests her to join a Zoom call. She joins the meeting where her friends are already gathered. They're preparing content for a YouTube competition, hoping to go viral and win a prize. The discussion turns serious as they talk about a demonic ritual that supposedly took place in an abandoned location. Fascinated and excited, they decide to explore the site together. The very next day, they meet up and begin their journey. As evening settles in, they arrive at the ominous, decaying building where the ritual had been performed. Its eerie silence welcomes them into the night, marking the beginning of something far darker than any of them expected. They step into the abandoned building, swallowed by darkness, their flashlights slicing through the stale air. The further they walk, the colder it gets. On one wall, the beam of light catches a disturbing symbol, an uneven triangle surrounded by a circle, drawn in thick, red strokes. The group falls silent, whispering that it looks exactly like a satanic sign used in real rituals. A nervous laugh from one of them fails to lighten the mood. Still, they keep moving, deeper into the rotting structure. They soon reach the section mentioned in the rumor, but a narrow corridor blocks their path. A foul, suffocating smell leaks from behind the door, so strong that the girls gag and step back, refusing to enter. But one boy, trembling but determined, says, "We've come this far. We can't back out now. Let's face this." After a tense moment, everyone nods. Together, they push open the door and step inside. The room is ancient and ruined, lit only by their shaking flashlights. Broken walls stand in each corner like old pillars guarding something long forgotten. A boy picks up a cracked shard of glass and says it must be a trace from an actual ritual. In the middle of the room lies a shallow pool of water, still, dark, and unsettling. "This is a soul trap water pond," he explains, and the words alone make everyone shiver. A girl whispers if this was really used for a demonic ritual. He nods. Fear curls in their stomachs, but after a long breath, they decide to go through with it. They begin setting up candles, cameras, peepers, and lights. Then one boy reveals his final prop, a container filled with real cow blood. He tells a girl to record him, then dramatically drags a blade across his hand, letting blood drip into the bowl. Everyone panics until he bursts into laughter. He squeezes a sponge hidden in his palm, revealing the whole thing was a trick for views. The tension rises, but he kneels and finishes drawing the ritual symbol on the floor, using the cow blood, its rotten smell filling the room. The older girl stares at her pendant, trembling. "Should we do this for real?" she asks. After a moment, they all agree. If this goes viral, it might change their lives. But someone must serve as the vessel. Her stepsister steps forward, volunteering with a small smile. She slices her palm and lets her blood mix with the cow blood on the floor. Before the ritual begins, the boy gives each of them a small piece of paper, telling them to write one question they want the demon to answer. The sisters share one last look. The older one whispers, she doesn't have to do this if she's scared. But the younger girl shakes her head. She wants to help. The older sister ties her pendant gently around her younger girl's ankle. The stepsister smiles, telling her it's the first gift she ever received from her. Then the girl steps into the cold water of the Soul Trap Pond, sitting perfectly still while a boy covers her eyes with a thin strip of paper. The lights dim. Candles flicker. Together, they chant the summoning words exactly as written in the ritual instructions. For a moment, nothing happens. The silence is heavy and awkward. They laugh nervously, thinking the whole ritual was fake. Then it begins. A deep thud shakes the room. Then another, a third. The floor trembles violently as if something massive, something unseen was walking towards them. It sounds like the footsteps of an invisible giant. Dust rains from the ceiling. Someone screams. And then total silence. Without warning, the girl in the water lifts her hand slowly into the air as if pulled by an invisible force. The others stare in frozen horror. She kneels forward, plunges her head into the soul trap water, then jerks her head back up, ripping the paper from her eyes in front of her. Her eyes are pitch black, empty, possessed. One boy panics, shouting that they have to stop this. But the other boy, hungry for fame, keeps recording, smiling with wide, trembling excitement. The possessed girl begins moving her fingers in slow circles, and one by one, she answers the questions they wrote, each answer precise, eerie, and impossible. The group listens, horrified yet mesmerized. Then the girl lifts her head and begins a slow, deliberate countdown, staring directly at each of them. Her gaze locks onto the older sister. She hurls herself forward with a scream, lunging at the older sister. But the soul trap water stops her, trapping her legs and holding her back. The ritual is real. The demon is real. And their nightmare has only just begun. Suddenly, every light in the room dies. Darkness swallows them whole. Only the soft red glow of the camera screen remains, shaking in the trembling hands of the boy who refuses to stop filming. Through his lens, they see the possessed girl moving around the water pond, wandering like a broken puppet, unconscious yet walking. Her shadow twists unnaturally in the dark. Then, in one sharp flash, the lights snap back on. Everyone rushes toward her. They pull her out of the soul trap water and lay her gently on the floor. Her sister tears off the paper covering her face, calling her name again and again, but she doesn't wake up. Panic grows. Another girl screams at the boy filming, "Stop recording! She needs help!" But he refuses. His eyes shine with excitement as he spots a strange symbol burned into the girl's leg, a demonic mark.
He leans closer with the camera, smiling like a maniac as he uploads the video to TikTok. "We finally got something good." Another boy shouts, furious, "Are you insane? She's unconscious and all you think about is filming." A girl checks her phone and her voice breaks. "There's no signal, nothing." Fear spreads instantly. Across the room, one girl stands alone, staring at the answer she received from the ritual. Her eyes are full of sadness. Then she hears it, a slow, soft breath right above her head. She lifts her chin. Something horrifying hangs upside down from the ceiling, a creature with long black hair covering its face. She tries to step back, but her body freezes. Its mouth slowly begins to open, wider, wider, and her own mouth is forced open, as if invisible hands are holding her jaw. The creature lowers itself, placing its mouth over hers, and in one slow, sickening motion, it enters her body through her mouth, sliding inside her like smoke made of nightmares. She collapses for a moment, trembling. Then she stands again. Only her eyes show that she is still alive inside. She moves her gaze toward her friends, but none of them saw anything. Only she felt it. With shaking breath, she whispers, "We should leave. We need to leave now." Her friend asks, confused, "Are you okay? Why are you looking up like that?" The girl suddenly drops her head, her face twisting into a smile too wide to be human. "I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine," she repeats, voice hollow and empty. Another girl runs to the exit, pulls the door. Nothing. It won't move. The boys help, but the door doesn't budge. A boy smashes the handle with a bat. The metal breaks away, revealing the awful truth. The lock was already broken before they came. They were trapped the moment the ritual started. Behind them, the possessed girl keeps smiling, repeating the same line, "I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine." A boy shouts, "What is wrong with you?" Without warning, she lets out a scream that shakes the room and sprints straight into the door, smashing her head again and again until blood drips down the wood. They drag her back, trying to stop her. She slips free and steps backward, speaking calmly in a strange voice. "We should leave. We need to kill her." Her eyes stare directly at the unconscious girl, the vessel. She charges. They grab her, fighting to hold her back, but her strength is unnatural. She throws the camera boy to the floor and runs toward the unconscious girl, but her sister steps in front of her, shaking and pale. "Please stop. Don't do this." The possessed girl smiles, and a different voice speaks through her. "She isn't even your real sister." Before anyone can understand, the camera boy suddenly appears behind her, eyes empty, body moving like a puppet, and drives the bat through her chest. She falls lifeless to the floor. Everyone screams, "What are you doing?" He stares at his hands, confused, terrified. I don't know. I don't remember. What did I just do?" Another boy picks up the paper the dead girl wrote on. The moment he reads her question, his face drains of color. He runs at the camera guy. "Why did you murder her?" The group stares, demanding answers. The boy holds up the paper. It says, "Will I ever escape from him?" The name written was the camera boy's. The truth spills out. He had filmed her kissing a teacher and blackmailed her. She threatened him back, saying she knew he ran a spy cam page and sold videos. He begs them to believe him. "I didn't mean to. I don't remember anything." They say, "If you don't remember, then let's watch the camera." They press play. The footage shows him walking like a twisted cripple, limping heavily, approaching her with the bat before stabbing her. He panics. "Why would I walk like that? My legs work fine." No one believes him. He tries to mimic the steps from the video to prove it wasn't him. He walks exactly as the camera shows. And in that moment, something cold grabs his ankle. The dead girl's hand. He screams, but the others can't see it. The body is hidden behind the wall. They think he's acting again. He looks up as the light bulb flickers. Then it explodes, raining glass into his eyes. He screams, blinded, stumbling. An unseen force grabs him and drags him into the darkness. The lights die. A boy switches on his flashlight, but the boy who was dragged? Gone. completely gone.
Before they could even process the horror on the camera playback, a cold breeze swept through the room, making every candle flicker. Their eyes darted around, searching for any movement, any shadow, anything that explained what was happening. Then, a loud metallic clatter echoed from the corridor. They all froze. "Where is he?" one of the boys whispered. They scattered, searching every corner of the abandoned structure for the camera boy. He was nowhere. No footsteps, no breathing, no sign of him at all. Then a girl noticed something on the floor. Blood drops, a thin, shaky trail leading deeper into the dark hallway. "Follow it," someone whispered. They moved slowly, step by step, until the blood trail ended at a cracked concrete wall. And there, written in thick, wet red, "See you soon." All of them backed away in confusion and fear. That wasn't there before. Before they could react, they heard it. Drip, drip, drip. A water drop sound echoing unnaturally in the hall. They looked up. A warm liquid fell onto one girl's face. She wiped it slowly, and then she screamed. It was blood. They all looked above her. The camera boy was hanging on the wall, head tilted down, blood streaming from both eyes like tears, a knife clenched in his hand. Before anyone could move, he jumped down like an animal and lunged at the nearest boy. The two collided with the floor. The boy struggled, kicking, pushing, trying to free himself as the possessed camera boy slashed wildly. Finally, he managed to escape, and with the others' help, they pinned him down and bound him with chains they found in the room. But the camera boy kept thrashing violently, repeating in a broken voice, "Die, die, die, die." His eyes were pitch black. The girl who insisted on doing the ritual collapsed to her knees, sobbing, "I'm sorry, this is all my fault. I caused this." But her friend shook her head. "No, we all agreed. We all wanted the views. This is on all of us." As they argued, someone noticed something terrifying. The demonic mark on the vessel girl's leg was fading. That meant only one thing. The ritual was broken. Something went wrong. They replayed the very beginning of the recording, and realization hit them like a hammer. One of their friends had stepped out of the circle before their turn, breaking the ritual's sacred order. Another mistake. They removed the face cover too early, ignoring the rule that it must stay on until the very end. They looked at each other. "We didn't finish it properly. We have to redo it." Reluctantly, trembling with fear, they set everything again, exactly as before, including placing their dead friend's body back into her original spot. They began the calling. Minutes passed in suffocating silence. Then, the vessel girl's head slowly lifted. Her black eyes opened again, and she began answering questions with the same eerie, possessed voice as before. When the last answer was given, she whispered, "Now, tell the demon to leave." But the possessed girl suddenly spoke in her dead sister's voice. "Do you want me to leave now?" Her real sister almost broke down, but her friend grabbed her shoulders. "That's not your sister. Don't listen to it." Finally, shakily, they all said together, "Now, please leave." Everything fell silent, dead silent. They stood up, one by one, and pushed the dead girl's body out of the ritual circle, the first soul that received an answer. Then the camera boy. Then each person exactly in the correct order. When the last person stepped out, they sighed in relief. It's finally over. We finished it right this time. They gently lifted the unconscious vessel girl from the water and laid her down. Her breathing was soft but steady. Exhausted, emotionally drained, they lay on the cold floor staring at the ceiling. The boy looked at her, remembering how she typed, "I like you," and how he typed back, "I like you too," silently, secretly, because the other girl must not see. Their eyes closed. They fell asleep. Hours later, one of them woke and switched on the lights and screamed. Blood was everywhere, smeared across the floor, across the wall, across the ritual circle. And the camera boy was dead. Really dead. His body slumped in a pool of blood. They grabbed the camera to see what happened. The footage showed the vessel girl standing over him, doing something to him, and then the camera boy suddenly rising and slitting his own throat right in front of the lens. Chaos broke out. Everyone panicked. Everyone cried. They thought they had finally ended the ritual correctly, but they were wrong. Very wrong. Because what they didn't know was that it was still not over.
They sat together in the dark, exhausted and terrified, trying to understand what was happening. When the boy suddenly lifted the phone of the cameraman and saw a TikTok notification saying the video had reached 1 million views, and all of them froze because the cameraman's ritual question had been, "Will my video reach 1M?" And the demon had answered yes. Fear swept over them as the boy quietly revealed his own written question, "Does Jiwoo like me?" and whispered that he wasn't scared to die because he got the answer he'd been waiting for. Then the other girl showed her question, "What does he like most?" and she had received flowers, revealing her own crush. She forced a sad smile, saying she wasn't upset that her friend liked the same boy, but terrified because she didn't want to die. And as the pressure broke her, she suddenly stood up with a knife hidden in her hand. "What are you doing?" the boy and the main girl shouted, but she screamed, "She's the witch! She's the one killing us!" and charged straight toward the main character girl, not the vessel girl. The boy grabbed her just in time, and during the struggle, her body slammed into the wall, accidentally opening a hidden passage. As that wall slid aside, another secret door across the ritual chamber opened by itself, as if something inside wanted them to enter. They quickly chained the screaming girl to stop her from hurting anyone and stepped inside the dark, hidden room. Ritual banners lined the walls, dried blood symbols everywhere, and in the center, a white cloth with the word "death" written in red. They realized this entire building had been prepared for a ritual long before they arrived. The boy explored deeper, finding another chamber with a fallen blood-red banner. When he translated the strange text, his heart dropped. "When the 5 prophecies are fulfilled and 5 lives are taken, a body shall be bestowed." A scream echoed. He ran back and found the chained girl now hanging dead on the wall, blood dripping. Before he could react, a knife stabbed him from behind. The stepsister stood over him, her expression broken and monstrous. He sank to the floor, blood in his mouth, whispering, "You started all of this?" She finally confessed the truth. Years ago, when they were home alone, her older sister had climbed onto the bathroom counter to reach something, and the little sister played a prank, pretending she needed help. The panicked elder sister slipped, fell, and died. The younger girl, not understanding death, sat outside waiting for her parents to come home until her father opened the bathroom door and the world collapsed. Years of guilt, separation, and loneliness twisted her, and when she discovered the online ritual that could summon the dead, she believed it could bring her real sister back. She wrapped a chain around the boy's neck and pulled until his body went limp. But with his last strength, he tore the pendant from Jiwoo's ankle, snapping the spiritual link. And Jiwoo awakened in confusion and terror. "What's happening? Why is there blood everywhere?" she cried. But her stepsister forced a calm smile, lying. "It's just a dream." Jiwoo backed away, horrified, but the stepsister tied the pendant back onto her ankle, dragged her to the soul pond, and began the final ritual. Candle flames roared to life, winds surged, and the demon answered Jiwoo's original question, "Does my sister truly love me?" with yes. The stepsister begged for her real sister's return, offering every soul taken tonight. The ritual exploded with energy, then fell silent. Jiwoo stood in the pond, face covered. When the stepsister removed the cloth, Jiwoo's body stood there, but the voice speaking from her mouth was the dead sister's. She took her hand gently, and the stepsister apologized, telling her they should leave and she'd explain everything outside. They walked toward the exit together, but the moment they crossed the ritual boundary, Jiwoo's body froze. Her eyes turned pitch black, and her voice twisted into something inhuman as she whispered, "You saw your sister. Now it's your turn to die." She wrapped her hands around the stepsister's throat with supernatural strength, and as the girl struggled for breath, she suddenly remembered the nightmare from the beginning. The hands choking her, the voice calling her name, the girl crawling out from under the bed. It was never a dream. It was the prophecy beginning, and now, finally, ending.